Hey guys, it is me, Phoenix. We are going to do a general read. Please do me a favor. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified when I post a new video. Remember red hearts if you made it through, purple hearts if it resonates, green hearts if you're working on it, yellow hearts if you just rock with me and got my six, meaning have my back because I have yours. Now, I want you guys to all listen. Respectfully. If you guys could go over to my channel after this video, The World is Waiting Tarot, and subscribe to my channel. I really need to get that channel back going. That is an all sign channel where you can get all of the readings for each sign. So if you're dealing with a certain sign, you guys, cross watchers are always welcome. So do me a favor. The World is Waiting Tarot. Go over there and subscribe to that channel. Also, how this read will go is that we're going to discuss the topic, which is distance, retreat, or time out. Based upon this topic, we're going to discover the journey and the lesson and understand the lesson and the journey. Towards the end of this read, we're going to go ahead and pull from the crystal deck, which focuses on chakras and the things that we need to pay attention to and heal. And then at the end of the video, we are going to release all the negative energy with an affirmation that I put together from reading The Game of Life and How to Play It, and just based on experiences and the things that we need to let go when we start to feel some type of way. So somebody has been distant, somebody has taken a time out, somebody is retreating from some type of situationship, and so that is the energy that we are going to be focusing on. There are fears and limitations as well, and also, again, because of an ego. Could be dealing with the earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but there's some type of ego that caused separation, and there's truth that's coming out. I'm going to pull a couple of cards. The way this is going to go today is I'm a facade belief system. Somebody changed their belief system, or your belief system wasn't the same, meaning that you guys believed in two different things, Some person wanted to be fake and you wanted to be real, or vice versa. Take what resonates. But the ego, the vanity, the pride, and also, you having clarity is why you got to this decision. Look at that decision about a divine masculine or somebody with heavy masculine energy in their charts by asking your ancestors, what should I do? So you've been reflecting on this energy. And so because somebody was looking at things through a red eye lens or something like that, I always say that I'm going to look it up and I always forget. But there needed to be some type of stability or harmony because you or the person that you're dealing with or the situationship that you were dealing with are tired of going through the flow or going with the flow. And so there was a breakthrough, an epiphany. And now somebody wants to come back around and realize either what they're passionate about or wants that same chemistry that you had in the beginning. But people change. That does not mean that this is a separation that will last forever. It just means that it's going to last until a person decides to, have a breakthrough or change the facade that they're giving. So it's given to me like caring what others think, masculine energy, like the ego, their vanity, their pride. And, they're limiting how they do things because of fear. And again, the reflection is that you are using your third eye and having clarity on why you're distancing yourself, because you know that the decision you have to make comes with you having stability and being able to ground yourself. If we look at earth energy, when it comes to either dealing with the Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or you just dealing with the energy of you making a move, and that's the Pentacles energy because time. So Pentacles are Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and in the Pentacles energy, it's something about you learning, working, or understanding the struggle, or having to pull back your energy because somebody cannot see the same thing you see. And so I'm going to pull from the Breakup Oracle deck. All of those cards came out. It's telling you to don't lose hope, and enough is enough. But who are you losing hope on, or for? What are you losing hope for? Is it because enough is enough, or it's because you've been fantasizing? Can't stop my mind from escaping to a world only you and I know. So that's the reflection that this person is experiencing when you remove your energy. Okay? And so the chemistry, that's where they're reflecting that fantasy of that. But these are the lessons because this person, the way they do things, yeah, it comes across as it says, I'm angry at myself and sometimes even you for how things turned out. But that wasn't you. And you weren't the reason why things turned out the way they did. Your realization of ego and, how somebody sees things and the truth is why you wanted to not, you didn't want to lose hope, but you had to say enough is enough and cause this separation because you can see. So that is two different types of separation. It could be time out, retreat, but to me, it's hermit mode. Hermit mode and separation, and based upon fears, is why this happens. And you still, in the process, long for this person, but at the same time, you realize why enough is enough, And that's why you're asking your spirit guides to help you. Going into hermit mode is not to come out with hatred in your heart or to be angry. Sometimes it does, but that's not uh going into hermit mode because you're trying to heal. Is going into hermit mode so you can come back out and blow up on everybody. Does that make sense? And so you have to kind of change your energy when it comes to this situation and how you do things moving forward, because that energy can make a person feel good and make them feel like, oh, cancer is still um, cancer is still thinking about me. Cancer still loves me because she's angry. He or she is angry, and that's where you have to learn to transmute that energy, because anger does come with some type of feeling, and so you got to learn to let go of that feeling, that emotional side of you longing and being upset. Because if you don't do that, you are just as like them when it comes to the ego, respectfully. When it comes to ego is changing how you, or excuse me, the ego is an unwinnable situation. So if you're angry and, you just got to let it go. That's basically what I'm saying. So this is from the twin flame soulmate or karmic situation or karmic partner pulling up. You will encourage each other in every little aspect of life, pulling one another out of self-doubt and dark times, a shelter from the torments of life. And so that is why you're not losing hope and why you're making a decision to temporarily move forward. But remember, you can't make permanent decisions on temporary emotions. And so that is why you have to sit back, think about it, and understand ghosting. It can be difficult to hear, but if someone is ghosting you and doesn't want to be with you, they are reflecting a lack of your own self-worth. It didn't say theirs. It says your own self-worth. So again, this is something that you might have to figure out. Forgiveness is here as well, but this might be something that you need to work on. When they say working on childhood energies or working on the pain of the past or things like that, that's what that means, because people are put into your life to test you. No man is your enemy. No man is your friend. Every man is your teacher. Turning point, yeah, and no respect. So the turning point says you're realizing that there is no way out of this karmic love, but you're beginning to take your power back. Exactly. That's the whole reason why I'm here, is so that you can learn to take your power back. Remember, I say that if you listen to the intros and some of my videos, because I don't know how to put them in there using this Windows computer. Anyway, uh, it says, let me read it. Let me start over. You're realizing there is no easy way out of this karmic love, but you're beginning to take your power back and make those long overdue changes. And so that is the reason why, based upon your fears, based upon the ego, based upon the separation, based upon the truths, based upon having epiphany and breakthrough, these are the lessons that you're learning. No respect. There are times when you feel disrespected, and that doesn't have to be a deal breaker. But if it's a repeating pattern, perhaps it's time to walk away. And so that's where it got to. Enough is enough, and you having an epiphany and not just going with the flow. You want to be harmonious in every situation. So now the lesson. I'm learning my divine lesson, and I will soon be by your side. That could be what you want. So remember, I tell you, if you don't want the situation, don't ask for it back. Send strength and healing, period. Or you can say, I send strength and healing. So when this person comes back all healed in the right way, then we can be a cohesive unit. I'm just saying, period. Right? That's a different way of manifesting. That's a different way of saying and looking at things. Or you could say, send strength and healing, period. And you know why? Because enough is enough, right? Stalking. Well, hold on. I already said angry. I am angry at myself and sometimes even you for how things turned out. Because the deflection is they're upset because you walked away, not why you walked away, right? It can be difficult to hear, but someone is ghosting you and doesn't want to be with you. They are reflecting a lack of your own self worth. So, again, based upon you choosing and having a turning point and realizing what respect is your self worth. Then the apology comes, right? Send strength and healing, period. Or not losing hope, because it's two different things. Don't lose hope and enough is enough. But which one will it be? Based upon your respect, right? So it says, I'm sorry for disappointing you. Will you accept my apology? That could be the breakthrough. That could be the lesson that they needed to learn. Stalking. I often check on your social media to see what you're up to. So this is probably the way it goes, right? These are the cycles, the ebb and flows of life. They're angry, right? They're stalking you. They learned a lesson. And now they're coming to apologize because they reached this turning point and they're realizing that there was no respect, right? That's how that could be. That's how that can end up, right? Or that could be your energy, on why you reached this turning point and you distance yourself because there was no respect. So any way it goes, it can turn around and be something different. Let's pull from the love situations. Let's see. Yeah, it could be something different. And I mean, again, it's your patience. You have the option to choose. Nobody has to choose for you. You have the option to choose whatever it is that you want. Ooh, okay. So all of those cards fell out. Some fell on the floor. Hold on. Oh. Boundaries, exactly. And new love. There's someone better, a new love interest, letting go of the exes. So you could be saying enough is enough. And you could be letting go and looking for new love. But the ghosting comes with mirroring. So you understand what I'm saying? It says mirroring each other sometimes needs healing. Mirroring each other, something needs healing. Seeing yourself in them. Again, ghosting. It can be difficult to hear, but if someone is ghosting you and doesn't want to be with you, they are reflecting a lack of your own self-worth, right? So it goes both ways on why things are happening. Children involved, using child as a pawn, staying for the kids. I mean, all of these things are reflections of past energies of why they're doing it, why they choose to do these things, right? So they're mirroring. The other cards that come out is protection in reverse. So do you not feel protected? It says don't want to hurt you. Protecting connection, protective over you. So again, they could be angry, all of these different things. Ego, separation, breakthrough, the belief system, seeing things in a certain way, the fears, boundaries, no more enabling, feeling used, setting healthy boundaries. That is what you're doing moving forward, setting the healthy boundaries. The next one is memories, feeling of nostalgia, pleasure, and sadness stuck in the past. Remember, the past brings fear. Living in the past causes fear. Living in the future causes anxiety. Living in the present is what you're dealing with and where you are right now. What are you doing right now? You're learning a lesson. You're learning lessons in order to get rid of or figure out why there's no respect here and why people are mirroring and abandoning you. That's what you have to figure out. Is it because there's no boundaries? Or is that you're holding on to memories? And you feel, because remember, this came back in the reverse, You feel like you're not protected and that you need the love of this person to protect you until you realize a decision has to be made because you're figuring out if this is worth it. Right? So in the process, it's telling you, you don't have to lose hope, but you got to set boundaries because enough is enough. Does that make sense? You have to set boundaries because enough is enough. And that is where we are. I'm going to go ahead and pull tarot, and then I'm going to go ahead after this, pull from the crystal deck, and then we're going to let this energy go with an affirmation. Does that make sense with what I'm saying? Orange hearts in the comments, you know. I just feel like Seven of Swords. Yeah. You're learning where your insecurities lie. Running away, hidden dishonor, and lies. The Seven of Swords energy, right, is keen mind, like having clarity, understanding. You're intelligent. You know where your insecurities are, or you know what causes you to feel insecure, right? And so with that being said, if you don't feel protected by a person, there's a reason why. Something about this person is drawing you to where you feel like they are the ones who can protect you. Does that make sense? Page of Swords energy. So the Page of Swords is, again, having clarity. Having clarity, using your third eye, clarity, right? You're trying to figure out what's truthful, just in the written message could be happening. Somebody could be trying to communicate with you. But again, you got to have clarity that you've tried and nurtured this situation, and you have a big heart. Does that make sense? You have a big heart. So in the process of having this big heart, you're mirroring the things that you need to fix about yourself. Respectfully, there's nothing wrong with that. You're just mirroring those. And that's something that you have to stop doing. And that's where the boundaries come in at. You have to know and have the insight on why you keep holding on to the past and why you don't feel protected. The Ten of Wands energy, it's because of the burdens of the past. The burdens of the past, burdens, struggles, overextending yourself. Look, I can't make this up. That's why you're setting boundaries. You're setting boundaries because you're overextending yourself. Six of Swords energy. Some are walking away. Some are walking away, moving forward. You know, some are walking away and some are manifesting different. Conscious awareness and manifestation. You know, you're walking away and manifesting things that are different. And therefore, that's where the turning point happens. When this person realizes that they don't have that same effect on you and you're not so big-hearted anymore. Somebody else is interested in you. The new love. You're letting go of the ex's energies, the ego, temperance. That's causing you to have balance. You have balance now. Temperance, card of Sagittarius. Nine of Pentacles. You want abundance. You want discipline in your life, and you want self-reliance. And that is the reason why you're changing options and balance and negotiation. You're only negotiating the things that complete you and not deplete you. This is you juggling and doing things with ease. And focusing on your priorities, not somebody else's burdens, your priorities. And that's by you understanding, based upon the past, the memories, why you need to set boundaries and why you felt like you weren't protected by this person. Like this person couldn't give you the protection that you needed. Does that make sense? That's kind of how I see that. So now we're going to go ahead and pull from the crystal deck. I need to shuffle it because I haven't shuffled it since the last I used it. But I just feel like that is where you are with this situation. You have to understand why boundaries are important. It didn't say that everybody had to lose hope. Sodalite. The Sodalite. Sodalite is focusing on guidance, intuition, and focus. I said focusing on, and it's focus. Guidance, intuition, and focus, right? Asking your ancestors for help. This deals with your third eye and your throat chakra. Remember, if your throat chakra is blocked and your third eye, your perception, your understanding, and your intuition, you won't have that. And this is where this comes in at when it comes to asking your spirit guides for clarity. And they're going to tell you which decision you're going to make. You don't have to lose hope. But you got to realize that enough is enough and it's time to set boundaries so that you won't get further in separation with this person or distance yourself and it be a permanent timeout. So when your throat chakra is blocked, the communication, the expression, and the trust is not there, you know? And you want to be with somebody who you can trust, you know? You want to be with somebody who you can communicate with. And you want to be with somebody that understands you and that can express themselves with you. And that's what's going to change, because that's why the Page of Swords is here, clarity. Let's go ahead and say what it says here. It says, you will encourage each other in every little aspect of life, pulling one another out of self-doubt and dark times, a shelter from the torments of life. So again, you guys are maybe there to complete each other. But anyway, the affirmation says, I am guided by my logic and intuition. So remember, if logic and intuition is blocked, then you don't know where you feel unprotected. Does that make sense? And that's why it came out in reverse. That is your truth, right? And that's why it came out in reverse. That's why you don't feel protected. So let's go ahead and let this old energy go. You asked your ancestors, they answered. You need to know about the past and know that if you stay in the past, it causes fear. If you don't set boundaries, you won't feel protected because you won't feel like you can speak up for yourself and your chakras become blocked. So you ask, and the universe and your ancestors are giving you clarity of expression. And now it should go back in the upright because you changed your belief system and you actually see the truth. Let's say my affirmation. I now let go of worn out conditions of lack, doubt, hate, negativity, procrastination, stagnation, sadness, generational curses, debt, bad energies, heartbreak, bad health, and addictions. Remember, addictions can be to a person, place, thing, or a situation. I love you guys.